Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And away we go here in Rio. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to be... So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go play action here. He's got him, that's Moss. And he's officially in the enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing now, off play action. Olave with the catch. And he works this to the 38 before going now. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's a give up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Back to the well again. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Williams coming in motion right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a first down.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. He's dropping back to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is scooped up by the Bills. Hits the 20. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Nice little energy on their sideline after that that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. Throwing now on first down. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pass play now. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, well, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
He's got Khalil Shakir. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jair Alexander with the stop. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Here he goes on the bootleg. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And it stays a 1-possession game at 7 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They're going play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He'll look to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now they're staring at 4th and long. It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And the Bills will take over possession. They've got first down from the 31. Allen setting up play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. So it'll be second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Allen off the play action. Complete to Shakir. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Staying with Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it in the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Flush down now to his left. And that one's cut along the left sideline. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. Motioning him from the slot right. On second down, Robinson. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Brazil. And it's the Bills facing 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Allen on 3rd down. His throw is cut. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They go play action on 1st. Finds his back complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I mean, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To to throw it on first down. Into the hands of Olave. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be a first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
He brings it in. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Play action on first down. Headed out right.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick.
Well, positive yardage is positive yardage, and he got what he could before getting out. But it still leaves him short of the first after what looked like a broken play.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Desperados make it a one-score game before halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Desperados cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This one not close to where it had to go. This drive is going to begin from the 40. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. Gets this to Kincaid. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Return starts at the 9. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 4. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
First down, ball at the 36. Blitz coming here, Allen. He's on the move. Throwing on the run, deep down that left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Chased out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 3rd down now.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast. Another carry for him. And that's good for a gain of 5. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Working quickly here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He rolls to his right. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a 1st down. Looking to throw here out of the gun. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 now. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
He's got him, that's Moss. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Handoff now out of the gun. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking for a pass on second and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Cut out left. And he's tackled for a short gain. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.
Desperados 7.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action now, Allen. He completes it in traffic. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
2nd and 3. On the move, headed right. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
Desperados 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Moss hauls it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They go play action on first. That pass complete to Moss. And he's brought down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
He's throwing deep. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Offense in the hurry up here. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. Williams coming in motion right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He gets one final shot here. And he's brought down for a loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Robinson on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another carry for Robinson. And he gets them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Now the give for Bijan. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning from Rio. Bills looking like they'll start this season with a win. The Bills with a punt team out there. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. Not the way they drew that one up. It is down inside the 35-yard line.
At the Bills' 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Airing it out to start this drive. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's fourth and forever.
Fourth and forever coming up. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Chased out to his right. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills making a 3-score game in the fourth. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills go up by 19.
Desperados 10. Tyler Bass, the kickoff.
Bass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills grow their lead yet again.
Desperados 10.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Finds a seam down the middle. He does it. Touchdown. The Desperados putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
but they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and their season has begun exactly how they wanted it to, with a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner